Good morning, everybody. Crafting Journey here. That Journey chick on Instagram. Oh, come on, everybody. Stretch, stretch. Okay. Oh, all right. Time to start the show. No, I didn't just get out of bed. Yeah, sort of. I've been up for, let me check my Apple Watch, half an hour or so. Oh, maybe more than that. I did the dishes. It's still raining outside. Oh, yeah. Yesterday, oh my God. Poor Tootsie. She will not go out in the rain. She will hold it. And she held it all day long. Every time I looked, it was still raining. And I tried to get her to go out. She just would not do it. So finally, I guess about midnight, she just couldn't hold it anymore. It wasn't raining, it was really wet out. It was like trickling. And so she went out finally. Bless her little heart. But this morning she went out, and I no sooner turned my back than I hear a knock on the door. She went right back in. Still raining. Still raining. So we're going to go through that whole. I did look at the radar, and it's supposed to clear up here till maybe about 2 and then start again. So my hope is to get her out and go for a walk. Yesterday, just walking around the house, 2,400 steps. I was a little shocked. You know what, though? That might be my rocking chair. I think it counts my rocking chair as a step. You know, my recliner rocks. Guilty. Honestly, I think that's what, yeah, because I am not walking no 2,400 steps around this house. Anyway, I digress. How is everybody today? How was your Monday? Mine was okay. I finally got this project done at work. Oh my God! Thank you, Jesus. The the scorecard. I had to do the scorecard, and you have to do it one at a time, one doctor at a time. So, and we have lots and lots of doctors. So now I got to go back and tweak it a little bit, and then do a letter, because these doctors, you know, I don't know how they got through medical school. I just don't, because I sent them an email, and then they send me back the dumbest questions. Like, you're like, really? That's your question? So now I've got to formulate a second email. I think I need to bring it down to a lower grade level, and maybe they will understand it. I don't know. But whatever. I shouldn't make fun of them. So one of them will save my life someday, right? So, oh well. Let's turn the light pad on. Let's diamond paint. Listen, I know I have a lot of new subscribers to the channel. Listen, if you're new to diamond painting, watch my video, Diamond Painting for the Absolute Beginner. I'll put that up in the corner here. Click on that. Come back after this video is over. Click on that and check that out. Lots of tips and tricks for the absolute beginner. If you've never diamond painting before, or you're thinking about starting, watch that video. Okay, so where should we start today? Let's start with what national day it is. That's where I usually start. It is National Puppy Day, which is so coincidental, because my morning started with Diamond Queen 2020 sending me pictures of her puppy. So cute, Priscilla. You know, so it's a day to just if you don't have a puppy, go adopt a puppy. And I'm thinking, no, thank you. I'm getting a kitten. I am. I'm getting a kitten from Crashly. She's only a week old, though, so it's going to be a few weeks. Um, well, as it gets closer to the time when I'm going to get the kitten, I know it's National Puppy Day. I'm talking about my kitten. It's all about me. No. But as it gets closer to the time when I'm going to go pick up the kitten, um, we'll do like a naming contest. Yeah, we'll have a little fun with that. Um, Bev B suggested Confetti, that I name him Confetti. It's a boy. So start thinking about some cool crafting names for my little kitty. So National Puppy Day. Um, there are a lot of puppies. Now, don't go buy a puppy. There's so many puppies in shelters. Go to a shelter and get a puppy. And if they, during the quarantine, during this last pandemic, I think the shelters did really well. Now, I don't have any firsthand knowledge of that, but I've heard they did really well. A lot of people adopted animals during this period of time. But if you didn't and you're thinking about it, today would be the day to go to a shelter and get a puppy. They share so much love and affection, and they grow up and they're so loyal as they grow up. I mean, I love Tootsie to death. She was a little puppy when I got her. Um, I remember I flew to, I didn't live here in Kansas yet. My son was here, and his two dogs, Gracie and Otis, had babies. And I said, oh, I want one. I said, I want a female one. So I came up for Thanksgiving, I believe. Yes. Was it Thanksgiving? Yeah, Thanksgiving. They were born in September. So I came up at Thanksgiving, and I was just praying this whole time that she wouldn't be too big for the carrier on the airplane that I had bought to go on the airplane, because she was growing like a weed, and there was a weight limit for puppies in this little thing. And I remember when I did take her on the airplane, I would have to, because she had grown, I had to squish her head into the thing. But when we were in the concourse and stuff, I would open it up so she could pop her head out, and then I would leave the concourse and take her for a little walk. They have places you can walk your puppies, but then you have to go back through the lines. I don't know if any of that's changed since COVID. I haven't flown since COVID, to be honest with you. There was a time in my life where I was flying every single day somewhere. I do not miss it at all. No. Back when I was a lawyer, yeah, I did my fair share of flying, even in private jets. Now, I remember sitting in the front seat of a private jet. Wow, was that cool. But I was like this because I did not want to touch any instruments. I was like, oh God, I will go down if I touch anything. But it was cool. Anyway, I went way far afield of National Puppy Day, didn't I? Oh man. I try to think, what was I doing last night? What did I work on? I'm finishing. Well, I thought I was finishing up my, my red pixie hood. It looks like a Red Riding Hood thing. I'm loom knitting that. But what I realized as I'm casting off on both sides is that it elongates in the back. It has this tail. It's going to be very cute, but I didn't realize that. So I'm not near finishing yet. I've got another couple of days to work on that. Maybe I'll wear it this weekend when I'm in Wambui's live on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I hope that time is right. I'm pretty sure it is 5 p.m. Eastern. She goes live once a month, and this Saturday she's live, and I'll be in that live with her. Yay! Anyway, so I worked on that. Yeah, not much else. I didn't do any diamond painting. I was in a mood yesterday. I was in a mood. Yeah, I have to say. There was a reason, but I'm not going to talk about it because, but I was in a mood. Let's just say I was irritated. But anyway, um, nothing to do with, you know, I'm not going to talk about it. And there I go talking about it. Okay, let's go. Judge, jury, and journey. So, the George Floyd case. We have a jury. We have 14 jurors. So now, since, the judge is like, well, let's not waste our time. We still have, more people we could interview. And, oh, look at that. I'm missing one AB there. Hold on. There's just one little AB missing there. Huh, that weird. So the judge decides, well, we're gonna pick, we've got two alternates already. We're gonna pick a third alternate, just in case somebody doesn't show up on Monday. Somebody out of these 14 decides, I want out. So yesterday, the end of the day, not having picked that 15th juror, I wouldn't, what the judge says is they're going to bring in 12 people each day to try to get one more juror. And then what they'll do is on Monday, if all 14 of the jurors show up, they'll let that 15th person go home. I wouldn't do that. I think he needs as many or more alternates than he already has. I mean, if he's got the rest of the week, I would just pick alternates. Like, I would go up to 18, really, because you just don't know what's going to happen during this trial, or what people are going to be exposed to if you're not going to sequester them. Yeah, I just don't know. So this is going to be an interesting trial. So opening statements, March 29th, which is Monday, a week from yesterday. So we have 6 more days to wait to hear the opening statements. Yes. I'm anxious for this trial to get going. I want to hear the evidence. So, in the Michele Martenko case, and yesterday I put that it was day 1 testimony. I'm not sure what day I'm on, because what I do is it's on a playlist, and I just sit and listen to one after the other, while I'm working or crocheting or whatever. So I actually think I listened yesterday to day 3 testimony, and today will be day 4. So anyway, day 3 testimony, it was so boring. I just don't know how those jurors are staying awake. It was all about, let's bring in every single person within this chain of custody over the 40 years. Let's start with the person, we've already heard that the person on the scene, the ID officer, which is code for CSI, the ID officer, back then they were putting the evidence in paper bags. So he bagged the evidence, and then it goes to here, and then they have to bring that person in, then it goes to here, and then they brought that person in, then it goes to here, and they brought that person in, and then fast forward, we get to like 1980 something, and they decide, oh, let's thaw out this cold case, and they get the evidence out, and we got to hear from that person, and because they had a suspect then, but he was ruled out along the way. Then it goes back into evidence. So like the whole day was like people during this chain of custody. So the defense is really doing a great job of putting doubt into this jury's mind about whether this evidence is any good or anything off of it is any good. At one point they were talking about, they got the evidence out in 2003, I think, and the dress, because it's still in this paper bag. The paper bag was damp, the dress was moldy, so they had to remediate the evidence. Now, never understood what that entailed. Um, but, okay. So, and then we got into testimony from, this one woman. What was her job? She worked in the lab. She was in charge of checking the evidence in and out. And she also did she tested all the evidence for DNA. And she comes in with her cane, I'm thinking, oh my God, here we go again. Now it's the women. So she, and she hobbles up to the stand with her cane, but sharp as a tack. The attorney says to her, are you retired? Yeah, I'm retired. And so what do you do all day? And she's like, oh, I just watch television. And she starts laughing. She goes, I'm a crafter. I do crafts. And he just left that one alone. He didn't ask her what crafts she did, but I thought, good for you, honey. Watch Crafting Journey. She was a sweet little lady, and just very, she did not take no crap from that defense attorney, who was trying to put, doubt in the juror's mind about, how useful this evidence was. So then we get to the officer who, I guess, thaws the evidence out for the final time. And they decide they're going to do familial DNA testing. Now, what they do is they take the available DNA and they test it in a different way. What they're looking for are markers that would be common to all of the family, not just to that individual. And then they search for those markers to find, anybody that could possibly be related to a suspect. So they narrowed it down to these three brothers who happened to live 45 minutes away from the crime scene. So through covert surveillance, they were able to obtain DNA off the two brothers, and basically by going through their trash, and rule out the two brothers. So, but what they did was the defendant, they followed him to a pizzeria, sat in the next booth. They said, we even ordered food. They said, we ordered some pizza, and we were sitting there, they were just waiting for him to leave. He was there with the defendant was there with his son. So now we know the defendant has a son. And the son was drinking right from the glass, but the defendant, was using a straw. So they wanted to get that straw. So they waited till the defendant finished his meal with his son and left, and they reached over and grabbed the cup with the straw in it. Never touched the straw. Bagged and tagged it and sent it off, and lo and behold, we have a match. We have our defendant. So that's how we got this defendant. So that is the only evidence I've heard against this defendant. There is no corroborating evidence other than this straw. Now there's some legal issues that are going to come up. Like, did he have, the Supreme Court has said you can, yes, if someone has discarded something in the trash, then they clearly meant to abandon that. So you can have it. But to grab something off of a table, is that truly considered abandoned at that point? And dollars to donuts, that's going to be an issue in this case. Was that evidence collected legally? Um, did they have the right to take that straw off that table as opposed to wait till it goes into the trash? I don't know. We shall see. Very, very interesting. So I don't know where the evidence will take us today. More experts. And the guy, I finally got a good look at the defendant. He's no spring chicken either. He looks like he's probably uh, in his 60s, so he must not have been too much older than Michele at the time of the murder. I'm thinking, you know. And he doesn't have a walker or a cane or, you know, any of that. And there's the gallery is always filled with people. Now, I don't know if they are Michele's family or his family. I have no idea. But there's a lot of people there watching this trial. So that's Judge, Jury, and Journey for today. Tuesday. Oh, so tonight, remember Bev B is going to do her first live. Let's support her. That'll be at 7:30 Eastern time tonight. I'm going to show up. You know, I just feel like we should support her. At least, you know, help her get through her first live. You know, there's always that fear. Oh my God, I'm going to do live. Nobody's going to show up. So let's show up and support her. You know, I don't know if she's my cup of tea or not, but we'll find out. I don't watch a lot of lives. You know, I watched Crashly this past weekend because she had SL Turner on. And she did a really good interview, and so I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Jennifer Roberts' DP Addiction Adventures. Although, you know, I'm friends with all the creators. I am friends with them. I just don't. I think it's a thing of it's time management for me. You know, if I had the time, I would sit through every single one of them. In fact, I turned on last night. By the time I thought about it, I said, oh, let me watch Crystal. And I think I was 15 minutes too late. It was already into Jeremy. So I popped into Jeremy's live. He's doing a collaboration with my girl Christy. And so I said hello to them, but I didn't hang around. I was trying to go to sleep, which, you know, doesn't work well. I don't know why. You know, during the day, I could be asleep in a heartbeat. But at night, my brain is going, you know, I'm thinking about all this stuff and, oh, I don't know. It's weird. So let's do this day in history. This day in history. Do y'all remember Barney Clark, the artificial heart guy? Yeah. This day in history, I don't know if he died or let's see what can't talk today. Uh, I used to edit all that stuff out. Now you get to see it. Okay, here we are. Oh, let's look at fun trivia first here. Oh, nope. Anything good in fun trivia? Give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry proclaims, I know not what course others may take, but as far as me, give me liberty or give me death. During the American Revolution. I say that during COVID. Give me liberty or give me... No. People are not wanting to wear those masks anymore. I can tell you that. Oh my goodness. Joey Buttafuco is released from prison after serving 4 months for having sex with Amy Fisher. She was underage. Fisher had previously shot Buttafuco's wife in the head. Now that is an interesting story. I've seen that woman's story. It's like, ooh, That is a creepy, creepy thing. She knocks on the woman's door. The woman opens the door and she goes boom, shoots from the, and she survives. She survived. She doesn't look terrible. So, but man, creepy, huh? Okay, let's talk about Barney Clark. Where did Barney go? Here he goes. Oh, so this is the day in 1983, March 23rd, that he passed away. This poor man. So, in modern day, now we have a bypass machine that will take us, it will take over the function of the heart and lungs for a period of time so that doctors can operate on that area of the body. Now, you cannot sustain yourself on a bypass machine for any length of time because it starts destroying your red blood cells, and it's just not feasible to do that. But there are other ways that we can do that now. But back in the day, they were trying out this artificial heart. Now they had already had artificial hearts where they could put them into people temporarily and just to get them through to a transplant. But hearts are so rare. Like if you're on the heart transplant list, I mean, good luck, because it's just a rare organ to be transplanted. But this poor man, he is the first recipient of the permanent artificial heart. So he was a dentist, and he's only 61 years old, but he spent the last 4 months, they implanted this artificial heart, spent the last 4 months of his life in a hospital bed on this horrendous 350-pound console that basically does what the bypass does now. But I mean, and he just suffered complications, and he just died a terrible, terrible death. And we've never really figured out how to permanently replace somebody's heart with an artificial heart. The person that invented that artificial heart, Jarvik, I think that's his name, Jarvik. Robert Jarvik. He had gone to engineering school and medical school, and he developed this artificial heart. So after Barney Clark dies, what he does is he now has devised an artificial piece of equipment that's implanted to assist the heart, and that helps get people through to a transplant. It's not a permanent replacement for the heart, but they call it the Jarvik. God forbid I ever get into that situation. Oh, how horrible. Waiting for a heart. Now, if you watch the medical shows, I always laugh because, here comes somebody in the ER. Oh, he's on the heart transplant list, and his heart is failing, and he's in congestive heart failure, and he's on his last leg, and the family's gathering, and then lo and behold, comes crashing through the doors, a motor vehicle accident involving 16 people, and then this guy gets a heart. Every medical show I've ever watched doesn't happen that way, unfortunately. You can't lay in the ER and wait for a heart. Doesn't work that way. Funny, huh? I might do that. If I need a heart, I'm gonna stalk the ER. And if I see somebody come through on death's door, I'm gonna be going, hello. That being said, I hope you guys are organ donors. I am an organ donor. Once my soul leaves this body, you can do whatever you want with all the beautiful parts, and the ugly parts too. I really don't care. If it can save someone's life, do it. Yeah. Now, I've had so many Oreo cookies. I don't know how about this heart, if it's going to be any good to any. Where is it? Here. I'm a nurse. I should know that. It's right here. Right here. There's where your heart is. Ice cream, donuts, Oreo cookies. I don't know. Maybe my eyes. My eyes are good. Kind of, sort of. You can have my eyes. My liver is perfectly fine because I don't drink for the most part. You know, socially once in a while. But you can have my liver and my kidneys if I haven't ruined those. I have high blood pressure, but it's controlled very well. So I haven't damaged my kidneys at all. This is gruesome conversation, isn't it? What? You're like, Rebecca, stop it. We're talking about death. Yeah. Well, you got to think about those things, you know? You know, make sure you have a living will that says how you want to die and, you know, all that good stuff. Do I have one? No. I'm lazy, guys. I'm so lazy. I know. So you might have noticed it's Tuesday. I am not dressed for work. What happened was, since we're all working from home now indefinitely, we picked one day a week to have as a permanent day. So this was my opportunity to switch from Tuesdays, because I really hate Tuesdays. Last week I went in on a Thursday. I like that much better. So I picked Thursday. So starting this week, Thursdays for me. I'm going to work Thursdays from now on. Yay, Thursday. So I don't have to get dressed up until Thursday. I was so surprised that a lot of you said, where did you get that chair that you ordered? So I sent you guys the link. We're all going to be like in our little racing gaming chairs, you know. I love it. Doesn't it look comfy? Oh, I can't wait to get mine and put it together. Yeah. So, guys, that's the morning show for today. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Make sure you enter the yarn giveaway. That is going to be done tomorrow night. I'm going to choose a giveaway winner for the yarn. And also doing a diamond painting gift card, $50 gift card giveaway. Both giveaways, you must be subscribed to the channel. So take a look at both of those giveaways. I'll put one link or the other. Can't put them both. Right there it is. Yes. And I will see you guys tomorrow in the morning show. Love you all. Bye.